Welcome to Bloomfield in Focus. I'm Township Supervisor Mike McCready, and today I'm joined by Bloomfield Hills School Superintendent Rick West. Rick will be sharing his vision for the 2025-2026 school year, talking about Safety Week in October and the brand new Wellness Center at Bloomfield Hills High School. Superintendent West, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
So you're 3 weeks now into the new school year?
3 weeks in, yes.
And how is things going?
We're
so
off to
far?
a good start. It's really been a lot of energy. We had a great opening day late in August, and a lot of energy. Our students are performing already. Our athletic teams are off and running. Our arts programs are going as well. So a lot of energy out there, and just excited for what we believe is going to be a really productive year.
And I walk over at your track at the high school
Yeah.
for exercise. I really enjoy it, so I see some of the activities going on. And yesterday afternoon I was out, and I think some of the football team was out there, and it looked like the two cheerleaders were maybe giving them instructions about how to do cheerleading. Is there like a field day or some sort of program about to start?
It's homecoming week.
That's what it is.
It's
Okay.
homecoming week this week, so we have the game on Friday, so I'm sure they were appropriately planning for those activities throughout this week.
Yeah, the guys were laughing, having a good time.
It was, there's a powder puff game, I believe,
Is
this
that what
week,
it is?
and
Okay.
so, yeah, they're in preparation for that.
And who's the team? What's the football game? Do you know who they're playing this Friday night?
Oh, I don't.
Okay.
I forget who's coming over.
Yeah, but anyway, it was fun to watch them. I was walking around the track. It's always entertaining to see what's going on the sidelines there.
Nothing like watching the kids.
Yeah, and then I also ran into Jen, who's one of our school resource officers.
Yeah.
And I noticed she's trying to get a traffic pattern going a little different for drop-off students that come in behind the building next door to us. What do you refer to this building as?
Dublin.
The Dublin building?
Yeah.
And to get it going one way?
Yeah, I experienced that today, actually, over there. We're always trying to tweak that for safety reasons at all of our buildings.
Right.
And we rely on the resource officers and our administrative team to continue to work with our community on making it as safe as possible.
Right, so they want you to come in the north way of Dublin, then come in and then let the students out, and then exit to Exeter.
Yeah, I believe so. I
Right.
have not been involved in those discussions,
Yeah.
but I did see that there was some
Well,
intentionality.
I've been caught in your school traffic in the morning. And
Yeah.
Boy, it's substantial.
At the high school?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it is substantial. We have a lot of people that come by car and choose not to go by bus, so
Right.
it does.
Yeah, I see the cars lining up
Yeah.
in the morning and the
Yeah.
buses. It's great. How's enrollment this year?
Enrollment we're going to meet projections,
Okay.
but the projections are anticipating a declining enrollment. We deal with the same thing many school districts across the state and nation do. We just have lower birth rates. And we're still capturing about the same percentage of kids in our cohorts, but our kindergarten cohorts are less than our graduating cohorts. So it creates a situation where there's declining enrollment. We're going to be just under 5,000 students this year, and we'll meet our budget projection, but it's still
It's
still
a challenge.
an issue. It is a challenge.
I know how
yeah.
school funding works. You get
Yeah.
paid per pupil.
We do.
And you start to lose students, it comes out of your bottom line, and you don't know that until you do a head count, which starts in
October. So our official count day is October 1st, which is next week. So we always encourage certainly all of our kids to come every day.
Right.
But that's a particularly important day. October 1st is our official count day where we submit to the state how many students they're going to pay us for.
Yeah, it's a difficult way to do business.
It is. Well, it's challenging, and you could get me on my soapbox right now about the state budget, which we do not have, and we need advocacy for.
Right.
But it's a significant issue. So we're operating. We're 3 weeks into the school year, 3 months into the fiscal year, and we don't have an operating budget. We don't know what resources we're actually dealing with. Our student enrollment will know a little bit more in detail next week. But we're dealing with some unknowns, which creates some challenges in planning and preparation. But we are making the best of it. And as I said, the 3 weeks of school, we're off to an incredible start.
And then you must have a good vision for what lies ahead for the school year. Can
We
you share
do.
a little bit with us about your vision for the coming year?
Yeah, I appreciate that. We are so excited. Last year, at the end of last year, April through June, we were very intentional about asking our community who we are as a school district. So we established our new mission, our new vision, our why statement, and our tagline. And now we get the awesome responsibility of trying to put a strategic plan together around that and really define what it means. You just told us who we are, who you believe we are. And when I say you or we, I mean we reach out to our parents, all of our stakeholders, our parents, our students, our staff, and we have all the survey results. We're out there right now broadcasting it, if you will, or selling it, and they told us exactly who they think we are. And now we're going to have a facilitated process in which we're going to put some context around that through a strategic plan. How are we going to be who you just said we are? And we're very excited about that. That'll be the vision for this year. We're really going to focus on developing a strong strategic plan that's going to lead our school district, provide us the framework for the next 5 years or so. 2030 sounds like it's far away, but really when you start planning, it's going to be here. Mm-hmm. And we know our challenge and our opportunity is to provide a quality education and prepare our kids for the future. And we're so excited about what that might mean for the school district and putting a strategy around that.
That's wonderful, because it's such a highly acclaimed school, and to be part of it and in our community, I mean, that's why people move here.
It is, and I'm so blessed to be the superintendent, and I never take that for granted. And we're just so excited about the opportunities we provide students, the preparation we provide them to really be productive members of society. And I think we do it as good as any. Our test scores are any metric you see. We compete certainly in Oakland County, across the state, and we can put ourselves up against the nation too. And we are focused though on continually improving, and how do you go from great to greater, right? And so we don't rest on our laurels here. And
parents have high expectations here.
High expectations, and I think we meet. Yeah. I think we meet them, and we're going to continue to focus on how we even get better and how we can adapt and evolve with the ever-changing landscape.
Yeah, wonderful. And then coming up in October 19th is School Safety Week. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, this is just an emphasis on school safety. It's a week where we really focus on educating our community on the protocols that we use. We are an ALICE district, so we follow the ALICE protocol, which is a nationwide protocol for really active situations. But besides that, we're really focused on the larger tragedy. We really focus on the everyday nuance of communications. We will test our communication systems to make sure that they're adequately working. We will look at all of our protocols. We will educate our community and our students with the verbiage, and so there's an understanding of that. Each grade level will go through an age-appropriate review of the protocols, and really just an emphasis. We hear from our students, we hear from our staff, we hear from our community. Safety is at the forefront of all we do, and we like to put that in action. And I've been in a few school districts, and I have never seen the intentionality that I've seen here about really preparing and making sure our community and our staff and students are prepared in the event of an emergency or the day-to-day nuances of safety and security. We are really fortunate here, and I'd like to compliment you and Chief Gallagher. We have a tremendous partnership with our Bloomfield Township Police Department. I talk to Chief Gallagher regularly, and our resource officers are second to none. And it's not, they really focus on relationships and building relationships with the students and our staff. So we are fortunate in that way too, and we'll emphasize that during that week as well.
And our Bloomfield Township Police will work with you during that week and doing some exercises?
They do, yeah. So Jen and Tom are our two resource officers. The larger staff too, Chief Gallagher will participate. And we again have a great partnership. They will be actively involved. They are part of our safety and security team as well. We have a health and wellness and a safety and security larger committee, and Jen and Tom both provide insight into that. So,
which brings me into the next question. I understand you're going to have a ribbon cutting for the new wellness center.
We did have, yeah.
You did have it.
Yeah, on last Friday, was it?
Oh, I missed it. I'm sorry. I'd like to have seen it. Can you tell us a little bit about the wellness center?
There was representation there, but what an incredible resource. You mentioned you walked the track, and you've then experienced the new athletic.
I look up and I see the workout room up
The
there.
workout room. So the Wellness Center was developed really out of the vision of the 2020 bond, and again, thank you to the community for supporting that. We have delivered by and large on most of those things. We'll be wrapping up that bond program in the next 12 to 18 months. But one of the major things was the Wellness Center, and we did the ribbon cutting a couple weeks ago, and just an incredible space for kids to develop. We also partnered with 2SP, which is a strength and conditioning program and company, and they are going to be running the Wellness Center. And it's about development. We know a healthier society is more productive, and we are focused on actually getting the middle schoolers there as well and developing a real strength and conditioning program for our students to excel, both on and off the fields. One thing to note, though, it's not just an after school or an extracurricular thing. This is a classroom. So our PE classrooms, our PE teachers are going to be using this resource, and it's just an incredible. It's not only state of the art, but it's just a phenomenal resource for our students.
And it's for all your students?
It's for all of our students.
What about parents or other family members?
No, we're not opening it to the community at this point. It's a classroom. It's an educational resource, and so our students are our primary focus right now in developing students.
Well, that's nice, because I've seen the kids out there practicing. I see them playing football. I see them out there. A couple of kids out yesterday kicking the football, and they look like they're staying in shape.
Yeah, it's an incredible. So that's an incredible resource. But you saw the whole complex is just wonderful, and so we have a beautiful resource, and we do believe space matters.
And they're using it, because I saw tennis matches going on. I forget what day it was, but boy, it was intense, and there was cheering going on. It was a good crowd.
Well, tennis is our top contenders. We're 3-time state champions and looking to go for a 4th one this year. Our volleyball team is very competitive this year, and we're looking to contend at the highest level. And all of our other programs
and I saw
really
some kids
developing.
playing baseball. They're out in the baseball field there as well.
So our baseball fields are used, all fall as well. That's not our baseball team, probably. They might be training, I'm not sure, but other leagues. So that is a community resource.
It's a busy place.
It's a busy place. It's a beautiful place.
It is well kept.
Yeah, and we get a lot of use and a lot of interest in using it.
So the district has a new tagline: "Belong here, excel anywhere." How did you come to that? What made you choose?
Yeah,
this?
We're so excited about this, Mike. "Belong here, excel anywhere" is our new tagline. It came out of the work that I mentioned a little bit ago. In April through June, we surveyed and we did focus groups and said, who are we? Who are we as a school district? We heard from our staff, students, parents, community. And, we used a company to help us kind of break down the data and gave us some options. And two things rose to the top. One, people want a sense of belonging. They feel in Bloomfield Hills that they belong. And we have a standard of excellence. You mentioned high expectations earlier, and we are so excited about how this is going to drive our work. Really focused on creating a sense of belonging and having a standard of excellence. And we believe that if you belong, you can excel. And we the slogan came out, our board adopted it, and that's really what we're going to live by. So you as the township supervisor and our whole community, our goal is, by the end of the calendar year and certainly by the end of the fiscal year, everybody is committed to this. And as I mentioned to our community, I'm out and about right now at our PTOs, our staff meetings. It's just words on the paper right now. We get the distinct responsibility and the privilege of creating what that means and how we create a culture behind it. So I'm so fired up about the opportunities that provides. Belong here. Don't get lost on BH, Bloomfield Hills. Belong here.
Okay.
Excel anywhere. And what I am so excited about, and we've been out there saying, we have students across 28 states at 90 different universities, and we believe we are creating we've created the culture. Our community told us who we are. They told us we belong here, we excel anywhere, and we really do believe that our kids are excelling. So. And they can excel anywhere they go, anything they choose, and
so you have
so
students.
excited
You have
about it.
How many students in 28 different states?
Well, 96% of our graduates last year have chosen to take a secondary education, a college experience, and so 96% of the 300 plus, almost 400 students are representing Bloomfield Hills across 90 different universities across 28 states.
Right.
So we. We're just so proud of them. And then, others have chosen other career pathways, and we're just as proud of them. Our job is to prepare kids for their future and what they want to do, and we think we do it very well.
That's great. And, you always hear good things about Bloomfield schools, and I know, but you have challenges. Yeah. Well, tell us about some of the challenges that you have to overcome going forward. And we understand the budget's one of them. Yeah,
I would say the budget's one of them. Education's multivariable. We have many different stakeholders. Our challenges aren't unique. I would say declining enrollment and how we, resource allocations. There's so many things we can do. I would say safety and security, the evolution and ever-changing world of that, technology, how are we going to adapt to AI?
Do you find students use that GPT for their schoolwork, or have you found a way to work with it?
We're really focused, and our Board of Education is going to take some time with this. Our high school principal is, I would say, the best in the state, Dr. Dan Hartley, and he's worked last year. So we have two things here, really. We have AI, and we have social media and the effects of social media. So the high school community and really the larger community did a whole study last year on the anxious generation, a book that came out and being widely publicized as the research on social media and technology and its effects on our youth. Separate from that, there's this AI discussion that's taking place, and how are we going to leverage AI? I don't think there's any interest in dismissing it as a tool, but how do we leverage it? And Dr. Hartley and our middle school principal, our whole admin team is actively engaged in really designing a roadmap of how we leverage this, how we allow its use, and how we make it productive, because we do believe we have to prepare our students for its use.
Right, how to use it.
So how to use it responsibly, and the same thing with technology in general. How do you use it responsibly, and what is the public education's role in developing those type of skills? And we are committed to it, and our board is committed to it. On the other hand, you'll hear, there's legislation out there to ban cell phones in schools,
right?
And I get a lot of calls, emails, text from community regarding their stance on that, and that's that ranges over the spectrum as well of what people want to see, but. We have to eliminate distractions to focus on our mission, vision, and we're committed to doing that.
And phones are more of a distraction?
How do you leverage those too? How do you leverage AI? How do you leverage phones? There's great debate over that, and we're going to continue to have that discussion. That is one topic that our Board of Education is very interested in this year. And as we put our strategic plan together, those goals, those metrics of how we move forward and how we develop the next generation of learners, I think that's going to be an important question that we're going to grapple
So
with.
do your students now bring their cell phone into the classroom?
So it varies across the educational spectrum. Our K-8 or pre-K 8, it's no cell phones. They can bring them to school, but they
Leave 'em
can't
in the
be
locker.
out. Leave them in the locker. You know, I would say in high school, I call it a responsible use. You know. They're not supposed to, if the teacher doesn't want them out, they can't be
Leave
out.
'em in their
Leave them
backpack?
in the backpack. Some of them have pouches in their room where, you know, you
Okay.
come in, you put them in the pouch.
Leave it there?
And we've developed a set of standards and rules and protocols around the use at the high school. And, you know, we're going to continue to.
That's a challenge.
It is a challenge because we know they're addictive.
Oh, yeah. I'm
And
terrible with it.
I'm terrible. You know, my kids
Yeah.
will call me out. I'll call my kids out.
Yeah.
It's an addiction. We know that. We know it can be a distraction.
Right. I remember the good old days when there was a phone in the classroom, and when that phone would ring, everybody like, uh-oh.
So there's a thing. We still
Someone's in trouble.
You know, we talk about it as a safety and security measure as well, but we still have phones in the classrooms, and
do you
so
use
there's
them?
still communications. Yeah, we do
Okay.
use them. Staff can use them to contact the office. They're probably not as widely used as they once were, but they're
Yeah.
a necessary safety component. So
Okay.
we still have those in there. So you know, we can communicate back and forth and in and out of the building without a cell phone. You know, we'll continue to wrestle with that topic and grapple with it as part of our strategic plan, and really who do we want to be and what type of learner are we trying to create. We know they're incredible tools as well, though, right? I mean, they're
right.
computers at your fingertip.
Right. And do you offer classes, by the way, on, say, what phones can do and the different programming
You know,
that's
there's
available
probably
to them?
sprinkled in the curriculum, but I'm not aware of a class
Yeah.
that's specific to, you know, leveraging technology.
Because I remember we were in
use.
school, we started to learn Fortran and Cobalt.
Yeah,
Remember?
coding, yeah.
Coding, remember that?
Yep, yep.
And I'm sure you offer some type of coding in
Yeah,
your schools
yeah,
now, correct? But
yeah.
it's probably a little bit different.
We have a robust, well, it's much different now because you can leverage AI and there's just, we've evolved so much from probably when we were in school, and we want to continue to adapt. That's our role as a public education institution: continue to adapt and create the next generation of not only learners
You
but
have some real challenges.
employers. But it's so exciting though too.
Sure,
That's the
okay.
work we get to do. That's the work we're privileged to do, and that's why the strategic plan and really focusing our direction and our energy on who. You said who we are. We belong here. We excel anywhere. We have a mission and a vision. Those are great statements that go along with that. But what is the work? What is the strategic plan that we're going to put around that? And that's exciting work. So yes, are there challenges? We get to address those challenges though collaboratively as a community, and there's no more exciting work to me on the planet than developing the next generation of productive citizens, and we are committed to doing that here in Bloomfield Hills. And as you've mentioned a couple times, I think we do it as good as anybody.
That's wonderful because it's such a big responsibility. If you look at our children and the education they're going to need to compete, you know, in years to come, they've got to be significantly prepared.
It is. They do, and in order to do that, and quick, so but we need the funding to do it. So, you know, I've been calling on our community to advocate for the necessary funding and education, and I just. We're excited. We think they'll deliver. You know, October 1st is the state and the federal government's.
Right.
And looming
Budget year.
shutdowns are conversations in both arenas right now, and we hope and we believe that our legislators will continue to come through for the students of Michigan.
I'd like to believe they will.
Yeah.
So mostly your funding comes from the state.
It
per
does,
pupil
yeah.
funding. Do you
Yeah.
get any federal funding?
We do get federal funding, and those are for our most vulnerable students.
Oh,
So
Title I,
IDEA, Title I, Title II are
Right.
economically disadvantaged. Our special education is largely funded, or we get significant resources from the state or from the federal government
Does
as
that
well.
does that go through the ISD then to the
Yes.
school system?
Yeah, so it does funnel through. IDEA funnels through the state.
Okay.
And then, we do get some county money, and then we get some local money because Bloomfield Hills is what they call a hold harmless district.
Right.
So
there's 56 of them, I believe.
yeah,
hold harmless
something like
districts,
that.
right.
And we generate some local revenue,
Which
because
helps.
the community
Yeah,
supports
because
us.
the tax base is what
Yeah.
it was all about when
That's
they
right.
redid that. Well, good luck in the school year.
Yeah,
You
I
have a lot of
appreciate it.
challenges. It's ever-changing environment.
Yeah.
And I know what you mean about resources. They get stretched very thin,
They do,
especially when you're educating 5,000 students.
yeah. Just about 5,000.
Yeah, boy, that's wonderful. Well, Rick, thank you for being on the show.
I appreciate it,
you
Mike.
giving us an update on the school system. I wish you the best this year.
Thank you. I appreciate the partnership with the township, and look forward to strengthening that.
Yeah, well, thank you.
Yep, I
Okay,
appreciate
good
it.
to see you.
Good to
Rick
see you.
West, Superintendent of Bloomfield Hills School System.